Hi guys, it's Ginger. I am here with a new music review. This time, like I told you last week, this time is the new Elvis Presley. Woohoo! And what they've done is they have set some of his most famous, most loved songs to, or some of his best covers to an orchestra. So they have re-recorded the backing and the backing music. The music? Duh, sorry. Anyway, so inside of here, let's see, it's a total of, it is a total of 14 songs, okay? So in here, in the liner notes, it has a little bit of some words. Well, it's quite a large bit of words by Priscilla Presley, who, as we all know, is the one who came in and saved Elvis Presley's estate and copyrighted the hell out of stuff so that there would be something there for future generations and for his daughter and grandkids. So it says here that, I'll read a bit of what she said in here. It says, when record producer Don Reedman approached me about wanting to record Elvis with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, I thought, this would be an album Elvis always wanted to make. He loved the big sound and fullness of an orchestra. If he had it his way, he would have had a full 60-piece orchestra on stage, on his stage performances, but he already had his TCB band for rock and roll and country, the Stamps Quartet, and the Imperials for gospel. Sweet inspirations for R&B, and music director Joe Gricchio? Sorry. With a 26-piece orchestra. Space and finance limited a larger orchestra. So Priscilla Presley gave it the thumbs up on this. Let me tell you a little bit. I mean, I don't know of anybody, I mean, there may be some people who don't like Elvis, but I don't know anybody who doesn't like Elvis. There are some people who are fans of Elvis. There are some people who are mega obsessed fans of Elvis. I've been to Graceland. It's one of those things on your bucket list that you need to go and see in your lifetime. So I've been to Graceland. Also saw the airplane, which I think is called Lisa Marie, the airplane. And surprisingly enough, Graceland is not nearly as big as you would think it is from the pictures that you see on television. But it was very, very interesting. It was like a time capsule. Because, you know, I mean, the decoration hasn't been changed since, when did he die? 77? 78? Something like that? Anyway, so I digress. This is, I can understand why he would have approved of having an orchestra backing him, because, such a large orchestra backing him, because the fact that his music and his voice was so full to begin with, even just with regular bands and things like that, even with a small orchestra. His voice was so full, and an orchestra goes really well with his voice, because if you listen to a lot of his songs, he'll start out kind of not soft, but he has a tendency to begin in one spot and then it builds and builds and crescendos until basically it resolves at the end, you know. A lot of times he'll hit that high note at the end with the big powerful note at the end. So, I mean, all of these are really great songs, but let me tell you some of my favorites. It's Now or Never was like a song that was written to have an orchestra behind it. Love Me Tender was really good. Fever was good because they actually, Michael Bublé is featured in that song. You've Lost That Loving Feeling was really good. In the Ghetto was really good. How Great Thou Art, which is one of my favorite gospel songs, and Steamroller Blues was good. I mean, just about everything. American Trilogy, and I really, really liked If I Can Dream. That was a great way to end the album. Anyway, so, you know, I know a lot of people are into downloading it and things like that, but I like to buy the CD and then I'll put it on my iPod or my MP3 player or whatever. But this has some really great pictures of him in here. Some really tremendous pictures. And I'll tell you something, when, I don't mean to be like morbid or something, but when my grandmother died, there were only two people's music who played at her funeral. Elvis, and Elvis was one of the ones that you could pick at the funeral home. It was Elvis, and then I went down and bought one of the last gospel albums that Johnny Cash made. And those two artists played at my grandmother's funeral, and that was 10 years ago. I have an affinity for Elvis. I mean, a lot of times I think that if heaven does exist, that when you reach the pearly gates, Elvis music is what they're piping through the speakers. And I think the angels sound like Dolly Parton. Sorry. But anyway, so if you like Elvis, if you are know somebody who's an Elvis fan, pick this up for them. I mean, you've still got time. Let's see, this is the week before Christmas, right? Oh my Lord. Anyway, so pick this up. It's really good. If I Can Dream, Elvis Presley with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. It's really, really good. I mean, even if you're just a music lover, it's really good. So that's everything for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed these music reviews, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so you can come back and sit for a spell, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.